Good morning, Miss Smith. So yesterday on Direct, you said that you used to hang out at Bolly's house?
Excuse me?
Yesterday on Direct, you said you used to hang out at Bolly's house?
Correct.
And you used to hang out on the third floor?
So why were you in the
Okay,
basement?
Everywhere, all over the house.
Okay, so you used to hang out on the bottom floor, the main
All over
house?
the house.
And so it's a 3-story house?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure? Okay. And there's a door on the third floor, right?
I'm not sure. I really don't remember.
Okay. The mom walked out of the door when she was on the third floor?
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Okay. So you testified on Direct that when you went outside that night, you got into BJ's car, right?
Correct.
And then he drove you, Tahira, Red, Jamari across the street
Yes.
because Tahira told you that there's a weed man over there?
Yes.
And then when the car stopped, Tahira got out the car to go buy some weed?
Yes.
And then she came back and got you and told you somebody wants to talk to you.
Correct.
And you're not familiar with that area.
No, I'm
You
not.
don't know anybody there.
No, I don't.
So you got out the car to go talk to somebody who you don't know in an unfamiliar area?
Yes, because I was scared. I didn't know what was finna go on.
Okay. And then that's when you say you saw Lil Rod and Bali running and shooting, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to approach you with what was previously marked as States Exhibit 11, November. Your Honor, may I approach? You may. Do you recognize this exhibit?
Yes.
So I'm going to hand you a copy of this exhibit. Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to mark it as Defense Exhibit 1RR. I'm going to use this with you. And I want you to mark where you saw Lil Rod with an R. Use the sticker and write an R and put it on the blue copy. And then I want you to get another sticker and mark where you saw Bali with a B using the sticker.
Making the witness point it out from memory.
And then with the third sticker, I want you to mark where the charger was stopped with a C.
She's got the pose of someone that is pissed for
I'm gonna
her
get that.
client. Whew.
Oh, use the sticker.
Write it on there.
Right, write the letters on the sticker. And then can you also put an M where you were hiding in the bushes?
The bush is right there. You can see it.
Can you put the sticker on it?
Hiding in the bushes sounds like half of our workers and lurkers in the chat. You've got to remember, Mr. Williams has all the testimony from this witness from the previous trial to cross someone up on. She's had experience knowing how this girl is going to lay out the storyline, the timeline. And probably, I'm guessing her strategy here is to find an inconsistency.
And I'll move to admit this as Defense Exhibit 1, Romeo into evidence.
It's admitted.
So now we're going to move on to your police interview after you were picked up, okay? Now, on direct yesterday, you said that you and BJ were friends, right?
I knew him, yeah.
Since 5th grade?
Yeah.
And you also told the detective that BJ put a gun to your head that night, correct?
Yes.
And you told so many other
Okay.
stories that the detective asked you if you knew the difference between a truth and a lie.
Yes.
In the first couple of hours of that interview, you kept saying that there was one shooter, true?
Yes, I did.
You said BJ was shooting, correct?
Yes, I did. I said a couple stuff. I was shook up. I was scared. I didn't know what to say. I never been in no situation like that before.
Okay. And then towards the end of the police interview, Detective Hogan told you what he thought happened, right?
Correct.
And then after Detective Casey told you, this is the time for you to sing your ass off, because if not, you're going to find your ass in fucking jail with these fools, right?
Correct.
And that's when you started adopting Detective Hogan's version that there were two shooters.
Yes.
And then that's when you started saying that there was a big gun.
It's never no big guy.
Big gun.
A big gun?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
Oh
And that's when you
my.
started putting Lil Rod in your story, correct?
Yes.
So let's fast forward to the previous hearing in September of 2021 when you provided testimony, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the first time anybody ever heard about you being trapped on this bottom floor, correct?
No.
Who'd you tell?
I told the police.
You
when
told Detective Hogan?
No, I told the police when they came to get me. Where I was, inside the house.
So you told them on the way to the police station that you were trapped in a house?
No, I told my mom over the phone.
You
That's
told
how
your
the-
mother?
Yes, that's how the police knew where I was.
Okay. And did Detective Hogan bring that up during your interview?
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
So would it refresh your memory to look at your prior testimony from your prior hearing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, we're getting the memory refreshed. R for refresh, you guys. The Honorable, yeah, that says, sorry, Mr. Williams, I wasn't familiar with your game.
You may.
And she's got to keep her emotion in check. You know, like,
That looks like a pretty big binder. Are you going to point her to something in particular? Okay.
I guess.
All right.
I'm not gonna have her flipping ring. Yeah, no.
That's good.
No.
me fighting for
Would
my
you go
client
to
like this, I'd
page
want to cry out of anger.
866? And then to yourself, read lines 6 through 13
To myself?
to yourself. And when you're done reading, you can just close the book or just look up. So I know that you're done.
Take some time, figure out what you want to say.
I looked at it.
Did that refresh your memory?
Yes, you do.
So you never told anybody that you were trapped in that basement?
Yes, I did. I told you I told my mom.
You told the police.
And yesterday was the first time anybody heard about Bali attacking you, correct?
Correct.
You kept that secret for about, what, 2019, 20, 21, 22, like 5, 6 years?
We questioned that yesterday.
And you would agree with me that you changed your past testimony several times about who had a gun that night?
No.
Okay. Would it refresh your memory to look at the transcript?
I mean,
Here we go
if
again.
you want to put it up, that's cool. I'll look at it and refresh my memory if that's what you want to do.
Okay, so let's start with where you said Lil Rod had a gun. Go to page 809.
Can y'all approach for just a second?
Oh. Sua sponte sidebar. Guys, okay, let's do like a scale of 1 to 10 on I didn't expect this being a 10, and one like, this is nothing. I'm like, we saw them scribbling on those notes. They weren't objecting yesterday. Remember, they were mostly letting her talk, even when there was clear hearsay being testified to. They ended up objecting later on to some of the hearsay, but for a large chunk of it, they were letting her go. And we talked about it at the end of the stream yesterday. Possibly they were looking to let her go on and on and on and put it next to what she said previously. And we just got a squeak there. Obi says 11. Lots of 10s, lots
Did
of
that
8s.
refresh your memory?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you said
Catch her up.
Lil Rod had a gun, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then let's go to, sorry. And you said that several times that he had a gun, right?
Both of them had guns.
Okay. But then you also testified you didn't see anybody shooting that night, correct? You have to say it for the record.
Yes.
Okay. And you also testified that you didn't see any guns that night, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then also, while you were on that bottom floor, you just found a random phone?
Yeah. It was a phone at the house.
Random phone.
And there wasn't a passcode to get in the phone?
I don't remember, but I could call somebody, so apparently it wasn't.
But you didn't call 911 to let them know that you were trapped in this basement?
Nope. I called my grandma and my mom first. And by the time I called my mom, 911 was at her house.
And when you were on the phone with your grandmother and your mother, you told them, I just saw a shooting?
No. When I called my mama was yelling and screaming, telling me homicide at her door.
Court's indulgence.
Oh boy. And like, I think as a chat, we kind of struggled yesterday to follow the timeline. And this is why, like, there's inconsistencies. There are
Your Honor, thank you.
inconsistencies.
All right, are there other defense attorneys with questions for this witness?
May I retrieve my?
Yes, certainly.
I want to watch the original trial.
All right, is there redirect? Sure.